Listen, speak, and learn English.
Hey, hello. Welcome back to the Listen, Speak, Learn English podcast. It is so good to have you here with us today. I'm Emma, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Jack. Hi, Jack.
Hey, Emma, and hello to everyone listening. It's great to be back. I'm really looking forward to today's topic. It's something I think we all struggle with, honestly.
Oh, definitely. Today, we are going to talk about habits, but not just building habits in the normal way. We're talking about a specific strategy called habit stacking.
Habit stacking. It sounds kind of technical, doesn't it? Like something you do with computer code or Lego blocks.
Right? It does sound a bit fancy, but actually it's surprisingly simple. It's one of the most effective ways to build a new routine without feeling like you're working too hard.
See, that's what I like to hear, without working too hard. I'm all ears. Because, usually when I try to start a new habit, like, say, drinking more water or reading every day, I stick with it for maybe 3 days, and then I just forget.
You're definitely not alone there. That happens to most of us. We rely on willpower, right? We tell ourselves, okay, at 2 p.m., I am going to read a book. But then 2 p.m. comes, you're busy, or you just don't feel like it, and the habit dies.
Exactly. Or I just completely miss the time. I look at the clock and it's already 5 p.m.
That's where habit stacking is different. The core idea comes from B.J. Fogg, a researcher at Stanford University, and it was really popularized by James Clear in his book Atomic Habits. Did you ever read that?
I've heard of it for sure. It's super famous. But I haven't actually read it yet. So break it down for me. What is the basic concept here?
Okay, so usually when we set a goal, we use time or location as our trigger. Like, I will do 10 push-ups at 7 a.m. in the living room.
Right, that sounds specific enough.
It is, but habit stacking works differently. Instead of pairing your new habit with a time, you pair it with a current habit, something you already do every single day without thinking.
Oh, I see. So you're hitching a ride on an existing habit.
That is a perfect way to put it. You're hitching a ride. The formula is, after I pour my coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute.
Interesting. So the trigger isn't 8 a.m., the trigger is pouring the coffee.
Precisely. Because you're going to pour that coffee anyway, it's automatic. So by linking the new behavior to that automatic action, the new behavior becomes easier to remember.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It takes the decision-making out of it, doesn't it? Like, I don't have to decide when to meditate. The coffee tells me when.
Spot on. You're removing the effort of remembering.
But wait, does it have to be morning stuff? Because I'm not exactly a morning person.
Not at all. It can be anything. For example, after I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into my gym clothes.
Oh, that's a good one. Because if I sit on the sofa in my work clothes, game over. I'm not moving for the rest of the night.
Yeah, exactly. The sofa is a trap. So the trigger, taking off the shoes, starts the next action immediately.
I like this. It feels, I don't know, less stressful?
It is. It's about momentum.
So, Emma, I have a question. Why does this work better than just setting an alarm on my phone? I mean, my phone is pretty loud.
That's a valid question. An alarm is good, but habit stacking relies on how our brains are actually wired. It's biology.
Biology? Okay, now we're getting scientific.
Just a little bit. So you have these things in your brain called neurons, right? And the connections between them are called synapses.
Uh-huh. I remember that from high school biology. Barely.
Well, the more you do something, the stronger those connections become. Think of it like a path in a forest. If you walk the same path every day, the grass gets flattened, the dirt gets packed down, and it becomes really easy to walk on.
Right. Got it. A well-worn path.
Exactly. Your current habits, like brushing your teeth or making coffee, are like superhighways in your brain. They are very strong connections.
Okay, so my coffee-making neurons are basically bodybuilders at this point.
Yes, they are very strong. But a new habit, that's like a tiny, overgrown trail with no clear direction. It's weak.
So when we stack, we are essentially connecting the weak trail to the superhighway.
That is a brilliant analogy, Jack. Yes, by placing the new habit right after the old one, you are using the strength of the old neural connection to build the new one. This is actually related to a concept called synaptic pruning.
Synaptic pruning. Sounds like gardening.
It kind of is. Your brain prunes or removes connections you don't use and strengthens the ones you do use. Habit stacking is a way of telling your brain, hey, this new action belongs with this strong, established action.
I see. So eventually they become one single unit.
Ideally, yes. Eventually, you won't even think about it. Pouring coffee will just naturally lead to meditating. It becomes one fluid motion.
That sounds amazing, but I feel like there's a catch.
Is there? What are you thinking?
Well, what if I pick the wrong trigger? Like, what if I say, after I check my email, I will do 10 squats? But then I check my email, I see a stressful message from my boss, and I forget the squats because I'm annoyed.
You've hit on a really crucial point. The trigger, the cue, matters a lot. You have to choose a trigger that is successful.
Successful. How so?
It needs to be precise and it needs to be the right context. If your trigger is, when I feel stressed, that's too vague. Or if your trigger is, when I check email, like you said, your brain is already distracted by the content of the email.
Ah, right. So checking email engages my brain in work mode immediately. It's not a mindless habit like brushing teeth.
Exactly. The best triggers for habit stacking are usually physical actions that don't require much thought.
Like flushing the toilet?
Yes, actually, that is a great one. After I flush the toilet, I will do 2 push-ups.
2 push-ups? Just 2?
We'll get to the size of the habit later, but yes, the trigger, flushing, is a definite end to an action. You are physically free to do the next thing.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. It's about physical transitions, moving from one room to another, opening a door, closing a laptop.
You got it. Those are perfect. After I close my laptop for the day, I will immediately put on my running shoes.
Physical transition, physical action.
It's much harder to ignore a physical action than a feeling or a time on a clock.
You know, I'm actually thinking about my own routine right now. I have so many little habits I don't even notice. I put my keys in the bowl, I hang up my coat, I feed the cat.
Those are all gold mines for habit stacking.
The cat one is good. The cat definitely reminds me if I forget.
The cat is the ultimate alarm clock.
Totally. So if I say, after I feed the cat, I will drink a glass of water, that works?
That is perfect. The cat is happy and you get hydrated. And you do it every single day?
Every single morning and evening. She doesn't let me forget.
Then that is a rock-solid foundation for a stack. So we've established that your cat is a great trigger, and we know the biology behind it. But there is another layer to this. It's not just about what you stack. It's about how specific you are.
Specific? Like scientific specific?
Sort of. A lot of people fail because their instructions to themselves are too vague. For instance, someone might say, when I take a break for lunch, I will do 10 push-ups.
That sounds pretty clear to me. Lunch break, push-ups, boom.
Well, is it though? Think about it. When exactly is the break? Is it when you close your laptop? Is it when you walk into the kitchen? Is it after you finish eating?
Ah, I see what you mean. There's a lot of gray area there. If I don't decide exactly when, I might just delay it. I'd probably say, I'll do it after I eat. And then after I eat, I'd say, I'll do it after I wash the dish. And then I never do it.
Precisely. That ambiguity is the enemy of habit building. You need to close the gap. So instead of when I take a break, you should say, after I close my laptop for lunch, I will immediately get on the floor.
Wow, okay, that is aggressive. Immediately get on the floor. No wiggle room there.
No wiggle room at all. You want to make it actionable. But there is another mistake people make with this formula. They try to do too much too soon.
Oh, I am definitely guilty of this. I get motivated and I decide I'm going to run 5 kilometers every morning.
And how long does that last?
Maybe a week, if I'm lucky.
Then it rains one day and I quit.
Right. This is where we combine habit stacking with the 2-minute rule. Your new habit, the one you are stacking, should take less than 2 minutes to do.
Wait, hold on. 2 minutes? Emma, what can you actually achieve in 2 minutes? If I want to get fit, doing 2 minutes of exercise isn't going to give me six-pack abs.
That is a fair point, Jack. But the goal right now isn't the result. The goal is the routine. You are trying to program your brain to show up. You can't optimize a habit that doesn't exist yet.
You can't optimize a habit that doesn't exist yet. That is a great quote. I like that.
It's true. So instead of stacking run 5K, you stack put on my running shoes. That's it.
So the stack is, after I drink my coffee, I will put on my running shoes.
Yes. And once the shoes are on, you're probably going to go for a run anyway. But the commitment is just the shoes. It lowers the barrier to entry.
It lowers the friction, because putting on shoes is easy. Running 5K is hard.
Exactly. You want the new habit to feel almost too easy. If it feels hard, your brain will find a reason to skip it, especially on a bad day.
And we all have bad days. So if I want to read more books, I shouldn't say read one chapter.
Nope, that's too big. Try read one page or even read one paragraph.
After I sit in my favorite chair, I will read one paragraph.
Perfect. And let's be honest, you'll usually read more than one. But if you are tired, you just read that one paragraph and you can still say, I did it. I succeeded today.
I like that psychology. It keeps the streak alive. It stops you from feeling like a failure.
Exactly. It's about building the identity of someone who reads rather than just reading a book.
You know, this sounds much more manageable. I always thought habits required massive willpower, like I had to be a superhero.
Not at all. It just requires smart design. You're designing your day.
Okay, so we need a specific trigger and a tiny 2-minute habit.
You've got it.
Okay, Emma, I'm sold on the concept, but I'm trying to brainstorm some triggers here. Are there any rules for what can be a trigger?
That is a great question. There are 2 main things you need to match: frequency and location.
Frequency and location. Break that down for me.
Let's start with frequency. This is a common trap. You shouldn't stack a daily habit onto a weekly trigger.
Oh, right. That would be a disaster. Like if I want to study Spanish every day, I can't say, after I do my laundry, I will study Spanish.
Exactly, unless you do laundry every single day, which I definitely don't.
I definitely do not. I do it maybe once a week. So if I used that trigger, I'd only study Spanish on Saturdays.
Which isn't enough to learn a language. So you need to look for things that happen every single day or multiple times a day.
Like brushing teeth, eating meals, getting into the car.
Or even simpler things. Turning on the shower, getting into bed, checking the mailbox.
Checking the mailbox is a good one. That happens every day when I come home.
So that leads us to the second rule, location. Your new habit needs to happen in the same place as your trigger.
That seems logical. I can't say, after I brush my teeth, I will clean the garage.
No, because by the time you walk from the bathroom to the garage, you'll get distracted. You'll see the TV or your phone or the cat, and the habit is gone.
The cat again. She is a distraction, too.
The cat is both a trigger and a distraction. But seriously, the physical environment matters. If you want to floss your teeth, you stack it on brushing your teeth. Why?
Because I'm already standing in front of the sink with my mouth open. The floss is right there.
Exactly. The equipment is there. The context is there. But let's try a harder one. What if you want to drink more water while you are at work?
Okay, at the office. Well, I have a morning meeting every day at 10 a.m.
Okay, that's a consistent event.
So after I sit down in the conference room, I will open my water bottle.
That's brilliant. It works because the water bottle is, hopefully, with you, and the action of sitting down is the prompt.
And if I don't bring the bottle, the stack fails.
Right, so part of the habit is having the environment ready. James Clear calls this environment design. You need to make the cues visible.
So I should leave the water bottle on my desk or in my bag, ready to go.
Yes, if you hide the water bottle in a cupboard, you won't drink it. Out of sight, out of mind.
It's funny how simple this is, but we make it so complicated. We try to rely on memory. I must remember to drink water.
And our brains are busy. We have work, families, news, social media. Relying on memory is a bad strategy. Relying on the environment is a smart strategy.
So let's practice. I want to start, let's say, writing a journal, just a few sentences a day.
Okay, great habit. When do you want to do it, morning or night?
I think night is better to reflect on the day.
Okay, walk me through your evening routine. What happens before you sleep?
Well, I watch some TV, then I turn off the TV, I check the locks on the doors, I turn off the lights downstairs, I go upstairs, brush my teeth, and get into bed.
There are so many options there. After I turn off the TV is a clear signal that the evening relaxation is over.
Yeah, but the journal is usually upstairs on my nightstand.
Ah, location mismatch.
Right. If the trigger is the TV downstairs, but the book is upstairs, I won't do it.
So, what's a trigger that happens upstairs near the nightstand?
Getting into bed.
Bingo.
After I pull up the blankets, I will pick up my pen.
And write one sentence?
Just one sentence. Today was a good day. Done.
See, that feels doable, doesn't it?
It actually does. I feel like I could start that tonight.
That's the spirit.
You know, Emma, looking at the time, we've covered quite a lot today. We went from the basic definition of habit stacking all the way to designing our bedroom environment.
We really did. Time flies when you are building a better life, right?
It sure does. But before we go, I want to make sure I have this locked in my brain. Can we do a quick recap? Just the greatest hits.
Absolutely. Let's summarize. So, step 1, don't rely on willpower or motivation. They are unreliable.
Right. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It's not always there.
Exactly. Step 2, identify a habit you already do every single day without fail, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, or feeding the cat. This is your trigger.
The anchor.
Yes, the anchor. Step 3, use the formula. After I, current habit, I will, new habit.
And step 4 was the tiny habit rule, right? Keep it small.
Crucial point. Make it so small you can't say no. 2 minutes or less. Put on the shoes, read one sentence, do 2 push-ups.
It sounds almost too simple to work, but I guess that is why it works. It flies under the radar. It doesn't scare your brain.
That is exactly it. You are tricking your brain into success.
So, Emma, for everyone listening right now, what should they do? Because it's easy to listen to a podcast, nod your head, and then do absolutely nothing.
Oh, that is the danger zone, passive learning. We want active learning here. So I have a challenge for our listeners.
Ooh, a challenge. I like it. Lay it on us.
I want everyone listening to pick just one habit stack this week. Just one. Don't try to change your whole life overnight.
One stack. Okay.
Look at your morning routine or your evening routine. Find one solid trigger and stack one tiny positive habit on top of it.
And maybe write it down?
Yes, write it down. Actually, better yet, put it in the comments section below.
That is a great idea. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop your habit stack in the comments. We'd love to read them. It makes it real when you write it down publicly.
It adds a little bit of accountability. Plus, you might inspire someone else with your idea. I'm actually really curious to see what creative triggers people come up with.
Me too. I bet someone has a trigger involving their dog or maybe their commute.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Emma, this has been really eye-opening. I'm definitely going to try the journaling after getting into bed stack tonight.
I'm holding you to that, Jack. I'll ask you about it in the next episode.
Uh-oh, now I have to do it.
That's the point. Well, thank you so much to everyone for tuning in to the Listen, Speak, Learn English podcast. We hope this helps you build those routines you've been dreaming of.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And hey, if you found this conversation useful, please do us a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out.
It really does. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next conversation. We have some great topics coming up.
We definitely do. All right, everyone, start small, stay consistent, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye, everyone. Happy stacking.
See ya!
Let's continue your English journey together. Subscribe for more lessons and watch this video next to practice your listening.